Hit okay. It's recording me, JJ Talk.
Pickles and cheese sauce.
It's not recording you. That means we're good. And hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of NerdRant. I am Dr. Zombrain with my co-host,
NerdRant. That's right. I'm NerdRant. That's me. I'm the person. NerdRant.
Well, I knew JJ was losing like half his screws, but I guess it's more than half now.
Greetings and salutations. I'm NerdRant. This is my show. You don't get a show.
Yet I'm still the one that talks more.
Nah, not at all.
JJ, you've yelled at me multiple times for my audio being a bar.
That's just because you don't know how to shush.
No, you shut up. No, you.
I'm offended.
Anyway, you're Junior Wolf.
I am. I'm Junior Wolf, aka JJ. Sometimes. If I feel like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, NerdRant. What are we talking about today? We have two topics, and you haven't told me which one you wanted to do, because I told you it was up to you.
The general one.
The general one?
Yeah.
All right. Today we are going to be going over the world of gaming and media, and a whole bunch of chaos has been going on the past few weeks.
Pretty much just like an update on what's happened in the past couple months. We felt like we wanted to talk about some follow-ups to certain episodes we did. Yeah, certain
episodes, and then there's just some general gaming news. So which would you, of everything that I said, did you know everything I talked about?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What do you want to start with? Do you want to talk about the CEOs maybe?
Sure, go for it. Shoot us off.
All right, so a few weeks ago, last week, 2 weeks ago, we had a Twitch episode talking about the problems with Twitch, and we got some news. They got worse.
Yeah.
So the CEO of Twitch stepped down, and one of the first things the new guy did was gave two announcements. One, Twitch was letting off 400 employees, which from what I heard, they had about 1,200. So that sucks. However, I don't want to bash Twitch for that one. Twitch is owned by Amazon, and Amazon let off 9,000, so it's most likely just that. Part of that. It's not really a Twitch thing. Not to mention, I do think it was a little much for what they did, because we look at how many features and stuff that they've been doing. Sure, they needed people for moderating, but they didn't even have that, and people have their own mods for their own streams. So, you know.
And it's also something we can't really look at as a bad thing right now, because we don't know what those employees were for. We don't know if they were doing their jobs or not.
Not to mention with COVID, look at how many places. I know I'm going to be a teacher, and in this semester I did an observation, and almost every single school now has a tech person, just because that's a required thing now, like after COVID, that just needed that. So after COVID, they added so many, but now that we're going back to normal, it's just a little different. So we can't back, but it does suck. It does suck. Two, they went from a 70-30 split to a 50-50. People are now going to be earning 20% more money from every means, and they are forced to put more ads for people to live, and those ads can get up to 7 minutes of unskippable ads every hour.
Yep. It's not great.
It's bad. It's bad. Yeah. So that's really
Twitch
it.
heard our complaints and said, you know what? Let's see how much further down this hill we can roll.
It's really bad. So if you're on Twitch, I want to be honest with you, get off of there.
While you still have some form of popularity and substantiability,
use your popularity
run.
And who you have, transfer to somewhere else. Maybe not YouTube though, because that's the other problem.
Yeah.
CEO as a company something terrible hasn't happened. However, the CEO of YouTube also stepped down to somebody that heavily wanted to enforce NFTs.
Yeah.
Not great.
Not great.
We don't know. I don't know too much. Have you heard of anything? I haven't heard of any news.
Not
exactly.
Too much, no. There were a lot of people vouching for this guy, saying that he'd do a great job, but other than PR stuff, I'm not sure.
We don't know anything yet. With YouTube, one thing that's been kind of suspicious, one, this is two very major CEOs stepping down at the same time, practically. And two, for the people that don't know, I forget if I covered it or if I just told you, Google was taken to the Supreme Court in the United States, because I know a lot of you are outside. That's pretty much the highest level of court in the United States, and Google was taken for some algorithms. That's not really what we're going into. We probably can do a whole episode. Like, it's pretty intense, but it pretty much can change the future of the internet, not just Google. And YouTube is a sub-company, studio of Google. I don't know what you would call it.
A branch of Google.
A
sub-company.
I don't know. YouTube is honestly a powerhouse in its own. Let's be real.
That would be a company that makes subs, like Subway.
That would
be a sub-company.
Doesn't it make subs? Isn't it a sub factory?
No.
It's not?
No, it's not. I hate to break it to you, but YouTube does not make me a sandwich every day. I would love that, but it does not.
No, it makes subways for mobility.
Where? What world is YouTube making subways?
The metaverse.
Okay, you know what? Fair. The train of media.
No, but so that's not really where we're going. But I think it's just kind of weird that Susan, who was part of Google and then part of the CEO, I think for 9 years or so, stepped down right around that time. Why'd she do that? I don't want to start any rumors. I don't want to make accusations, but it is a little suspicious. And just again, I haven't looked too much into it lately, but when we get more of a answer on the Supreme Court case, we can definitely come back to it and maybe do another one of these episodes at the end of summer. So I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of gaming stuff that's going to happen in the next few months.
Yeah.
Especially with the next two game things. Which one do you want to talk about first? The one that we both have played and know, and the other one that's generally just big for gaming history.
Let's do Unreal Engine Fortnite.
All right. So UEFN, Unreal, what is it? Unreal Editor Fortnite?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay. For people that would have been living under a rock, get out of there. Gaming is changing forever.
That's right. Get out of the rock, guys. You're not allowed to be inside rocks. That's illegal.
Unless you're Dwayne.
Unless you're Dwayne, then you have to be
or the rock family. Anyway. So the other day, Unreal Engine did their State of Unreal, like they normally do, and they had some pretty big announcements. Creative 2.0 is out. It is in public beta on PC, and it is insane. It is crazy.
This is true.
They released, 2 or 3 maps. Fortnite, Epic Games themselves released 2 or 3 maps, which talked about, it pretty much showed what Fortnite was capable of now, the 2.0, and then they had some epic picks, which were some future, community-made games.
Yeah,
how many did you play? I think I've played 4 or 5 now. Okay, I did all of the Epic Games ones. Which one creator game?
It was one of the cyberpunky ones. Okay, well, one of them. I don't know the name off the top of my head. Like, what do you want from me?
Come on, what happened? What happened in the game?
Walked around the cyberpunky city. I don't know. I didn't stick around for long because I wanted to see other ones too.
Wow. Okay. Loser. So I play the Hardpoint, the Domination.
I think I did.
Did you play the Pirate Adventure one? I think that's my least favorite, but it's also it's been out for 2 days. It's buggy.
Really whack.
It just feels really whack, the Pirate Adventure one. But as time goes on, let's see. And then I did play this Zone Wars, which was really cool. It was late game arena, and it gave points. It was just really smooth and polished with a new loot pool, but also it's 2.0, so it just has insane just features. Another one, the Domination and Hardpoint, I think it's really cool to point out. You even have not loading screens, UI. You actually have UI. So when you go in to leave game or see the map, there's actually a whole class selection, and we can see custom end screens and stuff. Did you play the original map?
I did not play that.
So there's a few of them out. Chapter 1 maps. Okay. So the Atlas, it's a little buggy, it's a little whack. I think one thing that I cannot wait for is the memory increase. There's not even floor loot because there were 30,000 over the memory limit. they had to cut stuff out. But it's just insane seeing that the chapter 1 map with all the new mechanics. However, they still had turbo building, right? They still had the new guns. Even though they're old, they still had like the new statistics. So what I can't wait for is when we can have our own models and really change the statistics. Like, imagine when we can change the speed of shotgun swap to have double pump back. Imagine making the green 200 and giving it the old model, or even a custom models. Like, imagine having our own shotgun. However, there's plenty of other stuff we want to talk about with Unreal and some other stuff. How do you feel about the monetization problem?
Oh my gosh. See, I'm kind of split on it, because on one hand, I feel like it does make sense. Like, yeah.
I understand. And I completely understand it is their property.
Yeah. And they don't want other people making money off of the thing that they spent time creating. But like, if they don't have plans to put it out again themselves, why stop the community from doing it? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, not to mention it's locked to chapter 1. I don't care for a specific map in chapter 2. Maybe a loot pool, but not really a map. In chapter 3, we're just there, right? So chapter 1's all that I really care about, but it's kind of weird that it's locked. However, I do want to commend them for saying, no, we're not getting the original Warzone map and locking it to just Fortnite, because that is kind of a respect thing too. That is their property, where even though, yes, you can do whatever you want, it is their property. Yeah. That is blatant plagiarism, right? That you're taking their hard work. So I do kind of commend them for that too, simply stating that. However, their IP stuff, kind of a little weird. I hope there's something, like, can you still use the supported creator code?
They just said the map itself won't be able to make money.
I would hope so. Yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. Again, it's been out for 3 days. I don't know if Creator Economy 2.0 is fully out yet, and it's still in public beta. That's the other thing. Did you see the timeline that they had for the whole Creative 2.0? They gave a timeline where it's like, release, here's some stuff that you can do, like small BR, this and that. With like summer of 2023, here's some better stuff, like a larger BR and some higher stuff, and then like 2 years. And it's pretty much saying, like, as people get more understanding on the verse language and stuff that you can do, we're gonna be able to make like a full Minecraft world where every time you boot it up, it's gonna be custom made every time as people learn the code more and more, which makes sense. It's a completely new thing. People aren't just taking their Java, like, it is a completely new coding language. People have a basic understanding, but there's specific things that you can do with it. And as more tools come along, like I said, when we have tools to bring, we currently have tools to bring in custom models. Like, one of the custom maps was a dragon. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
What did you think of that dragon? That was insane. Or the cutscenes in the space one. I'm scared because I'm gonna have to start doing horror maps at 1 a.m. That's the level of the craziness that we're going to be getting. But as more tools come, we're gonna have even better custom entities, like the wolves. They're a little random, but they didn't really have much of other choice. So imagine when we get custom textures or custom models for wolves and custom guns. Like, it's gonna be insane. Or I really hope that we get custom UI soon, because like, now when we have these really cool maps like the Call of Duty domination map, and it's so gritty and dirty, and we have all that, and then it's just the bright green and blue health bars. It doesn't really fit well. So as time goes on, it's only gonna get more and more insane. Do you have anything to say? Because I know I've obviously been really checking out a lot of the smaller maps. I played another free-for-all. I played the Tycoon map.
Honestly, my big thing is I really hope they don't forget about performance. Like, I know you have your PS5 and it's like god level like processing power or whatnot, but I'm still here on my I'm over here on my RTX 3050 laptop GPU, and it's not handling even Battle Royale grade, and I don't have lumens or the nanite geometry on or anything. It's still kind of struggling. What's nanite geometry? The nanite geometry.
What's nanite geometry?
You have to have that on to turn on lumens. It basically makes textures smoother and like 3D surfaces and stuff like that. But yeah, You have to have that on to have lumens on, and I don't have any of them on, and I'm still kind of struggling performance-wise. So I hope they don't forget that, hey, there are still some people on, like, last gen, or even, like, the quality versions of last gen that I've seen struggle with some of these creative maps.
Again, it just came out, so I think one thing that they, especially their games, is they're just showing what it can do.
Yeah.
Like, these are like 5-minute experiences, and you're never gonna come back again. It's just to show, here's some cool models, here's some cool audio, here's some cool cutscenes that you can make.
No, but
we look at the Tycoon. Did you play the Tycoon one? So I'm thinking, like, with that one, it probably would handle fine on yours. People are going to take advantage, but at this point, Fortnite can't really do anything.
Yeah. These
creators are making their own experience. Fortnite themselves, I think if they created a map, they might think about it, like when they make a proper LTM or game mode, like Late Game Arena using 2.0. I do think they're going to care about it, but now it's to the creators. So these studios might just have to say,
I mean, here's the thing, though. A lot of the
we're making our own
comes
game.
with
we don't
how
want to make it
their engine
limited
runs.
on...
So if they can find a way to reduce, like, the background threads that are running, then that will increase performance. Like, yes, having all these different textures and different commands running by the creator's side, yes, that will impact performance, but not nearly as much as just the base level running Unreal Engine.
No, I think that, yeah, there's still stuff to do, but I think, like, that's just as we go, like mods, right? Mods for Minecraft or Terraria. Like, we can have a mod that just simply adds a crafting recipe to the Elytra, and then we can have a mod that adds, I don't know, 1,000 new textures and, like, bladed grass and thirst and mobs and fireflies. One's gonna impact, but that's not really Minecraft's fault. Obviously, that's a little different, because Minecraft should be working on their performance as well. But... like, I'm thinking, like, lighting, right? Like, we look at some of the new maps, and their lighting's really intense. Like, the one Hardpoint game from, like, I think it's, like, Halo. That's what I heard. I just know Hardpoint from Call of Duty, but I think it's, like, a Halo map. And when the rain comes down, it's even dropping on your screen. That's the kind of stuff that if we just take out the fancy lighting and we take out that, it probably would run better. Not great, but it can... So this is where... the creators, and especially as we get more mods, for all we know, maybe even the creators can add code in to make it perform better. I know there's like this one mod like Optifine that's like 10 lines of code, and it makes the game run better for Minecraft. Obviously there's a whole lot of other things that Minecraft can't just do that, but so what if the creators can just do that? Just add some code into. But we'll see. Again, it's been out for 3 days. So let's give it some time to evolve and grow. But I cannot wait. 'Cause everyone, I forget if it was Donald or Tim that talked about. Here, if you want to talk about something,
I don't know what this something is, but it sounds very fascinating. The fact that you want me to talk about it so much is just like, wow, surprising. Oh.
No, I'm just
you see,
talk about, like,
creative is this thing in Fortnite and in Minecraft for that matter, where you can be creative and build things. It's pretty cool. You place down objects. They tend to be square objects, just because squares are like the language of gaming, made of pixels actually, usually run by a game engine. There are lines of code in there somewhere. That happens. You can have. Okay.
Yeah.
No?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
No. Keep talking.
And you can place down entities, and the entities will sometimes attack you, but sometimes not attack you. And then sometimes you can kill the entities, and then the entities disappear. And sometimes the entities drop things that you can then pick up and use on the entities. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's very cray-cray, bro.
That's kind of cray-cray, bro.
I can't oversimplify the term creative much longer. Are you done? How far back is it, bro?
No, I'm trying to find it. It was today.
What are you looking
there's also,
for?
Like, a lot of information coming out on Unreal and everything else.
So look at both of their
accounts. I forget if it's by Tim Sweeney or Donald Mustard.
So look at Donald Mustard.
I looked at Tim Sweeney and it wasn't there, but I'm like 99% sure
well, if it wasn't there, then
99% sure it's Tim.
What do you want, child?
Knowledge. Unlimited knowledge.
Wow. You're moving so fast, man. moving so fast.
What? Okay, well, neither of them have it, but I can almost guarantee it was by one of them. But oh well. Anyway.
What were you gonna say? You didn't even explain what it said. You just said there was a tweet.
That's why I forgot. It was just talking about like how much they were happy about it, but like in a really cool way, like explaining like how they've been working on it for years and they thought it would take like months. I think that, yeah. So I think it was Tim talking about how he thought it would take months for people to realize that how intense like this is. It was Tim the Tatman saying this is the future now of Creative 2.0. But I wanted to like say it specifically because he said it in a really cool way.
Probably just like butchered it real hard.
I'm sad now. I probably did. That's why I was trying to find it.
Bad.
That's why I didn't want to say it. But oh well.
I do.
Do you have any gaming news, or do you want to get into that other game?
Two other things.
Or do you have anything other? Do you have any other thing?
One thing. The Microsoft Activision deal. That's made progress because apparently there was a situation where the UK was very worried that if that deal went through, then they would have less support for games or something like that. Like the consoles in the UK would get games later or just get less games in general. And because of that, the deal was pretty much at a halt and they couldn't move forward. But apparently something broke through and now they're moving forward again because the UK is no longer worried. So...
I haven't heard anything about the UK. I have been watching Call of Duty videos that have been covering the deal. I know, even though I'm a PlayStation fanboy, there has been some talk with the EU or something like that. One of those like studios and Sony like having concerns on the whole deal. And now because of some things I brought up, Sony has been brought to court to like subpoena information on their exclusivity. So I don't know where that went, but I know that was brought up. So that's going to bring some light because there were some problems, I'll admit. But like that's one reason why I liked PlayStation, because I wanted the
that's
exclusives.
not fair.
Not because I agreed with them, but as someone who played Call of Duty. I'm not saying they're good, but like if I'm going to play Call of Duty, I should play on PlayStation,
not
right?
Fair play. Xbox is better.
I never said it was.
Don't debate me.
Debatable. I think Xbox is gonna die. What? I've seen multiple people like Xbox channels saying that Xbox
is in a much better place than.
Because they're not gonna go towards the console anymore. I feel like they're saying they're going away from the Xbox and going more to like Game Pass and like PC.
Well, think of it like this: why would you buy yourself a
gaming
console
versus just a console
if you could just play everything on the cloud from your phone, from your tablet, from your smart TV?
That's what I'm saying. Like the Xbox as the console itself is dying because they're going to everything else.
I mean,
I could
PC. See at some point they just come out with a console that is purely cloud gaming. Because, like, at that point, they wouldn't have to invent a new console.
I could see that.
They'd have a console that could run everything because performance wouldn't have to increase. They just upgrade their servers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like Roku.
Yeah. Or like the Amazon
streaming
Luna.
networks, but gaming.
Yeah.
Because Roku, you don't have to get a new Roku box.
That would, like, completely change the entire field of gaming consoles.
I can see that.
At that point, where do you go? Like, once that console comes out, there's no need to come out with anything else. Like, yeah, you could still make controllers or headsets, but you would never need to make another console again because that console can now handle every game you put out.
I do think the best way that gaming can evolve is to stop the console wars and do gaming wars. Like, console wars just aren't that big of a deal. I like PlayStation more. I like the UI. JJ probably likes Xbox more. I don't know about you, like the UI. I don't like the Xbox UI. I think the PlayStation's better, especially on the 5 with like the whole game bar and everything that we have versus yours. But like, is that really that big of a deal? I think like the best thing that we can do is just to have like, you know, PC you can customize. Imagine we just had a console. We can customize the UI completely how we want. It just runs fine like cloud, and instead of PlayStation making PlayStations, they make games Xbox can work on Minecraft and all that kind of crap, and
I mean,
PlayStation
even in the
can
past
work on
few
God
years,
of War
we've seen
their games.
Yeah, we've seen these companies
like we
expanding.
said that for Nintendo.
Nintendo making movies.
Nintendo stopped making.
PlayStation's making movies. Xbox is trying to make movies. Like, they're all kind of moving into different fields where they haven't really been before, and once they, like, have their stick in the mud in all these different fields, they can stop focusing on the consoles as much and move into these other ways of making money, like movies or, like, merchandise or stuff like that. Like, they don't need to focus on their main console wars for...
hardware.
Yeah,
we don't really need hardware much anymore. Because, like, let's be real. How much can, like, headsets evolve? The only thing that I would love to see is the controllers evolve, because I think that has been a strong point. I don't know what you know, but it seems like Xbox has not been evolving their controller
for the Xbox side. Kieran came home the other day because he went to a friend's house and they had a PS5, and he used the controller, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, the freaking adaptive triggers are so cool!" And I'm like, "Yeah."
The whole thing about the PlayStation 5 controller, it's the most advanced on the like base. Yeah. There's obviously like stuffs and other ones, and the Xbox Elite might be nice, but like base controller, PlayStation, from anyone that has used both,
I'm not sure
everyone can agree PlayStation's better.
Patents
in the controller
PlayStation
department
has on their adaptive triggers or even any components in their controllers. But I don't know why Xbox wouldn't make their version of that. Like, unless there is literally a legal paper saying that they cannot do that for X amount of time, or else it'd be like a rip-off copyright claim.
I don't think so. Because they still struggle with the battery thing.
Like, they had the rechargeable batteries for a while, and then they just
like,
stopped.
They haven't touched controllers
because they came out with their
all.
Elite controller, which is basically just like a SCUF controller where you can switch out different components. Yeah, it's just...
PlayStation has one, too. Which, I want to say, there's this third-party studio that is making their own Xbox controller with a screen. It's going to be a full screen that's going to show, like, battery life, and maybe it might have your in-game life or something. Kind of like on a Nintendo, like, DS, it has that second screen. It's going to have that on your controller.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
It's kind of cool. Seems kind of impractical, but...
Probably,
I don't know.
like, $180.
One of those real expensive ones, probably.
Yeah.
On the cheap side. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to that, because I bought a SCUF. And those things can get expensive real fast. I could have added, like, one extra feature for, like, an extra $20. Like, it is insane.
I don't know why controllers are so expensive, because I'll tell you what, I could get one from a third party that is the same quality as an Xbox or PlayStation controller for, like, half the price.
Oh, yeah, no, I can get, like, a basic controller for cheap. But when you want to have, like, I don't know, 2 extra buttons on the back, goes from $60 to $200.
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense.
Welcome to societies and economy.
Oh.
Anyway, what else with that? Do you know anything else about that kind of stuff?
Not particularly. I mean,
do you know anything about the future of Xbox consoles? Because I have heard that PlayStation's not planning on doing a Pro for the PS5.
Really?
Like, PS4 came out with a Pro. I've heard rumors that they're not planning on doing that. It might be like a Switch, normal Switch to a Switch OLED. Like, it might be slightly different, but not like an insanely more enhanced, which kind of makes sense because the new gen consoles are extremely advanced. And at this point, what technology would even evolve? We're already at 120 FPS.
My only thought
ray
would be
tracing
coming out
and
with like a
lumens.
slim version that's smaller, but even then they couldn't upgrade anything, so it would really
so
just
we have
be
a slim
smaller
version too. We had a PS4 Slim, and PS4 Pro, so we could see that. But with the PlayStation 4 to 5 design, I don't know what they would be doing to keep the original. Like, have you seen a PS4? You've seen mine. Like, the normal PS4 just has like 2 rows. The Slim just has like 1, so it's smaller. What would you change on the PS5 to keep the original design and make it smaller?
Take out the black chunk in the center, so it's just 2 white panels.
Sure.
Like when you ask for a hamburger without the burger.
No. So that makes sense, because do you know what they do with the panels? they make it coolers for your phone because it's cloud gaming.
Gosh.
No.
I hate it. No. Sigh.
Anyway, where's the mouse? I lost the mouse.
Good job. You're a
See
professional.
if I hit that. Okay, it's recording again.
Good job.
Okay. So do you have anything else, or do you want to talk about that other game? You said you had 2.
I did. The other one, I'm not sure if you heard or if you even know who it is, but Lance Reddick died this week.
You know I suck with names. You gotta tell me who this guy is.
So he's had a few voice acting roles in the gaming sphere, but most notably he was one of the main characters in Destiny 2. And
okay,
he's also like an actor in Hollywood and whatnot. Played roles in Fringe and oh gosh, what was the other one? I don't know. I'm not gonna spend time looking up. But he was
No, I know exactly what you're talking about now. This is the one that you said you made you cry, right? Or like you still have hope.
What?
You sent the clip to me.
Oh yeah.
Like you still have hope. Yeah. This is this guy, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Him.
Okay. No, I know what you're talking about now. Yep.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
Earlier.
I don't know who he is, but I know what.
Earlier this week, he had passed away at the age of 60, which is just kind of sad. But he had been playing Destiny 2 the day before he died, and one of the players looked up his account and they found the place where he had logged off, and all of the players had gathered around that area and basically held like an in-game funeral for him. And oh my gosh, it was amazing. Like, I've seen clips of it floating around, and it is just like, it restores my hope in humanity, bro.
It's nice. I still have zero hope for humanity. I'm gonna be frank with you.
Like, gamers get such a bad rap half the time. Like, everybody's saying they're so toxic and whatnot. But then when something like this happens, literally none of these players knew each other. If you're playing
COD, absolutely. Yeah. You're never gonna find hope in COD.
It's fair.
No.
It's fair.
No. But other games, you absolutely can. I mean, look at the secret library mapping in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, they're trying to get, like, justice for the world to go against the unjust censorship.
Mm-hmm.
All depends on the game.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Destiny. I just know the game itself is not doing well.
I mean, the fact that it's a free-to-play, and there was
I've
still,
heard that
like,
it pretty much is not
community
free to
behind
play.
it. Well, yeah, but, like...
I've heard it's been going... Like,
free to download.
Yeah. Free to download. There you go.
Free trial.
You can get past the tutorial, which doesn't even do anything anymore, apparently. I don't know. But yeah, it's sad, but it is cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to see. I know I've seen in Minecraft. I remember years ago, like I saw somebody on like a server or realm passed away, and they built like a statue or something for him. And it's just really cool to see that in games, just everyone kind of coming together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it is nice to see. Now imagine they sent a spaceship out and they blew it up like with fire arrows, like the Vikings.
What?
But in space. You know what I'm talking about?
You can't. That's not how that works.
Why not?
Because that's not how that works.
What do you mean? You can't spin a spaceship up and use a futuristic arrow?
No, you can't.
To set it ablaze?
No.
Why not?
Because you can't. I hate to break
future
it to
technology.
You, but no, you can't.
Why not?
No.
You have laser blasters. You telling me you can't have an arrow that can just turn everything to a blaze?
No, you can't.
Why not?
Because, no.
Pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure we can do that now.
If we have freaking lasers, who would spend the time to invent an arrow that sets things on fire? The laser's gonna set things on fire. The green arrow is not. He's not in the future, nor is he in space.
Anyway, let's get to the other game that we were talking about. There's some other gaming news. How much do you know about this?
0, not a nothing.
0, you should probably know more, because it's kind of a big deal.
Fair.
CSGO, kind of a big deal in gaming history, especially for the esports stage. Kind of, it's like the state, it's the foundations to what we know now. CS2 is coming out.
Yeah.
There is sign up for beta already, and then it looks really good.
Yeah.
Obviously, graphics, huge boost. We're seeing like ray tracing, kind of like Unreal Engine. Like, it looks really nice. There's actually going to be custom map tools. I don't know if that's in the original or not. but you're gonna be able to make custom maps with like the whole new thing.
Dang.
Smoke's got a big change. Think like Fortnite, you just throw smoke down and it's there, just a cloud. It actually will affect the environment. You shoot the smoke and it will disappear. It will fill areas. So if you throw it down a tunnel, it'll fill like the air shaft.
Dang.
It's gonna be really advanced, and you can use that tactically. Like you can throw it down and you can shoot through the smoke, and now that smoke's just completely clear and you can see through that area.
That is
so
high tech.
It is insane. There's some other stuff. Lighting's gonna change. Here. What do you know about CS:GO?
I know that when I play Valorant, everybody always asks
game.
if you've played CS:GO because that's like the same game,
is
just with powers.
It is. Yeah, that's pretty much.
I know that it's also famous for being toxic, but also hilarious. I know that the community is very, very serious, and it's one of those games that's very hard to get into because everyone's so serious about it.
It is a very competitive game. That's like I said, it's a foundation for esports.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is where like competitive started. Honestly, is it the first? I feel like it's one of the first. Yeah. Is it the first? If not, it's probably League of Legends.
But other than that, I know practically nothing about it, to the point where when you said Counter-Strike 2 is coming out, I'm like, what's that? And then you said CS:GO, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Wow. So you really don't know anything.
I really don't know anything about this game.
I think if you like Valorant, you would like it.
Yeah.
But anyway, tick rate. That's another big change. So tick rate, do you know, is this a general gaming term or is this just a CS:GO thing?
I know what ticks are in terms of like server time.
That's what it is. So because of what it is, it's been a really hard problem, and you can only ever get the max when you're on like local servers. So when you're playing certain things or like tournaments, you never get that max tick rate. They're adding sub ticks, which pretty much helps the server kind of predict what you're going to do, so that way it will happen when you do it. So there won't be a tick or two in between your movement, which will then, they're not there or something. Like, it will cause it to happen when you do your action through sub ticks. So instead of just making it better, they're fully like making it better.
Yeah.
And through a whole new system too, sub ticks.
Instead of fixing the problem, let's add something new to try and stop the problem from ever happening.
Yeah, pretty much. Obviously, we have the maps. I think you would kind of like just seeing this. If you go to the website, there's a whole list of everything new. And when we get to the maps, cleaner, brighter, better. What you can actually do is there's a slider. It's the same maps for the most part. It's like all of the maps. There's actually a slider which you can slide to see the new map versus the old map. Like the exact same area. And you can see the graphical change. And it's just like Fortnite. What is it? Upgraded maps. Looks a little weird, but for the most part, all of them look insane. Like the lighting, it's more bright and vibrant, higher definition. Source tool to make better things, whole new lighting. Makes sense. Audio's getting a change, and then there's more to come. So this is like news that happened this week, apparently.
Yeah.
On the same time as Unreal Engine 2.0. So, but no, like I said, this is one of those like grandfathers of gaming. Like this is where so much came from. Like honestly, I wonder if like there would be a proper FPS competitive scene without this. Like we have League of Legends, and that makes sense, but like something like Fortnite competitive or Call of Duty competitive or anything like that, I wonder if it would have existed without CS:GO.
Yeah, this was definitely one of the
just
foundations.
General, just first person. Like look at Call of Duty. I wonder if Fortnite again, like was shooters. Like we're going from Doom to this. Like it's a pretty clear difference what the games are taking more inspiration off of. So, yeah, gonna be cool to see. There's going to be a limited open beta, which what I've heard, it's gonna be content creators and streamers and like pros. So it's not just gonna be open to anyone. It's gonna be actually the people that are involved in the community already, which is really cool to see. But yeah, that's just out. I heard rumors of this months ago, but it's like here now and we're seeing it and it looks great. Were you looking at the website?
Yeah.
It
looks pretty nice. Once again though, performance probably wouldn't work well on mine.
No. But yeah. So that's just cool to see. If anything crazy happens when the full game releases, maybe we could do a video on it. video or episode, because I might play it. We'll see. It's probably going to be PC. I think CSGO's PC exclusive.
Yeah.
But I wonder with this one. Most likely will be, but it'd be cool to see if it did come to consoles. What do you think?
Yeah, honestly, I think they would... Here's the thing, because competitive games, very hard to do on consoles, because consoles are not a competitive thing most of the time. Like, yes, people use controllers, but the console itself is not used for competitive the majority of the time. So I could see it being a PC exclusive, but I also see that in today's day and age where consoles are on the forefront with things like the Xbox Series S being like, oh, budget console that most people can afford to get into gaming, I could see it them trying to make an effort for console at the very least, even if it's not cross-platform.
Yeah.
That way they can bring more popularity to the game.
Oh, yeah, I don't see it being cross-platform guaranteed. I definitely don't see that. But, yeah, just with day and age, I can totally see it coming. But also, I'd understand if not.
Yeah.
Because something like League of Legends and Valorant still aren't, because they are competitive games.
Yeah.
So I can totally understand, but have to wait and see, because I don't think there's been confirmation of either or.
Yeah.
But speaking of, like, first-person games, first-person shooters, do you want to talk about Frontlines? Do you know what Frontlines is? You haven't heard of it? It's the Roblox Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, that one. Yeah, okay. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
What? But no, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frontlines.
Yeah.
So, it's been pretty much blowing up. I don't know about you. I watch Call of Duty videos, so I've been seeing a lot of Call of Duty creators. How much have you seen of it? Have you seen, like, a video?
I have not seen anything on it, meaning it's probably only in your gaming sphere that it's popular.
Okay,
Sorry,
look up a video. Just look up a video, and I want you to tell me what you think. Because one, it's the fact that it's Fortnite. Not Fortnite. I mean, it will be soon.
Fair.
One, it's the fact that it's Roblox, which it does not look like Roblox. And two, the fact that it has better gaming and design, multiple better design choices than Modern Warfare 2, a AAA title.
Hey.
I think that's another thing with how small of a studio it is. Yes, there's problems, which makes sense. Yes, the balance is not 100% great. But the fact that imagine a small studio doing this, it kind of begs the question why Call of Duty, a AAA title with hundreds of people working, can't do the same thing.
I'm going to be honest here. This looks better than Star Wars Battlefront.
I know.
And that's saying something, because that's a AAA title, even though it's looked down upon. But this genuinely looks fantastic.
Like, obviously, comparing it to, like, graphically to Modern Warfare 2, no. At least on, like, the new gen.
Yeah.
But, like, multiple design choices. There is map voting. There is, leaderboard stuff. There's a level bar at the bottom. Like, and also, it's still Roblox, so in order to get guns, you have to either level up, or you have to buy it with money, which you can earn in-game, or you can spend Robux. So you have to either get, like, 5,000 kills,
yeah,
or spend, like, $100.
Because, like, that's the only way Roblox people can earn money. Like, you cannot earn money off your game unless people buy things, so.
Yeah, through game passes and stuff. But, like, why is, like, a studio of, from what I've heard, like, under 10 people doing something better than full dev studios? And that's, again, why I'm excited for something like Unreal Engine 2.0 and all that.
Because once given the resources they need to make these things...
Imagine this studio with Fortnite tools.
That would be unreal. But,
like, actually, like, it's going to be insane. Like, I cannot wait for, again, with the memory issue... Imagine we get to the point where either the memory's hard or people are making separate, like, be able to copy paste assets from maps. And imagine the day that we can have a full 2-hour gaming experience in Fortnite Creative.
That'd be crazy.
Like, we have, like, 5 different maps or something, all, like, 10 minutes each or something. And we have a full story game.
Yeah. Or, like, I could see people doing it, because once the new page is released with, like, here's a creator and here's all the games they made, I could see people making, like, playlists of, like, chapters of a game. So, like, even if the memory is still limited,
like, it's different.
You have, like, one game where it's like, okay, here's the first chapter of the story, and then the next experience they created is just the next chapter. That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's, like, 5 different games or something. Yeah. So either memory limit's increased, or it's, like, 5 different maps, all 10 minutes each, to make, like, a full hour experience.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to happen either way.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. We just need to give them time. That's the other thing. Honestly, I think if we give them a year, like, we come back next summer and we look at this, it's going to be completely different.
Yeah.
it's going to be completely different. The tools are only going to evolve faster. Because here's the other thing. Now that this is an open, people are going to be able to start giving feedback on what's going to improve.
Yeah.
And because of how big this is, which here's a really fun statistic, there is for the people that think Fortnite's dying, screw you, there is 500 million registered users, which is insane. 500 million. Actually, JJ, what percent of the population do you think, if we round around to 8 billion people on the planet, and 500 million have accounts, what percent of the human population do you think that is?
Let's go 15%, Steve.
That's million billion divided by 500,000 million. That is 16% of the population with a Fortnite account.
1% off, let's go.
16% of the population is a Fortnite account. So the people that think it's dying, I don't know what you're on about. But here's the interesting statistic. 40% are on creative. So it really is the future of gaming and Fortnite.
Yeah.
So give it a year for tools to advance, because now people can start because here's the other thing with how this is versus Fortnite. People can make their own tools. If they want to do something, they can make it happen.
Yeah.
So give them time to learn the language, make tools, and make like community tools too. Because here's the other thing. We can have like a shared library of tools and assets. Imagine we like make something like tools that everyone can use. Like imagine somebody makes a mod in this that anyone can download that's like Optifine. That makes it optimized and everyone can just add this 10 lines of code.
Yeah.
This 200 memory to the map to make it perform better.
I mean, they already said they want to make some sort of storefront where you can buy assets, like buy different buildings or structures or stuff to put in your levels.
Yeah.
It's not out of the picture to say, yes, you can also have like free things that people can grab that are just like kind of like plugins that you can add to your system to make it do a action or command.
Yeah, I mean, how much have you ever looked into Roblox Studio?
I've
making Roblox
glanced around
games?
it, yeah.
So kind of like that, because they have some built-in stuff too, like basic templates and stuff and assets, and like here's a basic map with like a spawn point and things like that. So just like give it a year and it's gonna be completely different.
Yeah.
In all the right ways. Anything else? We talked about YouTube, we talked about Twitch, CSGO, and Unreal. That's the big things I wanted to talk about. Do you know of anything movie-wise, studio-wise, this and that, that's been going on in the past few weeks?
DC is in an interesting spot right now. They just had Shazam 2 launch, and this was looking to be a very high-grossing movie for them because, you know, Shazam 1 did fantastic, and with their past couple, it hasn't been great, but this was one people were excited for, and it kind of bombed in the box office, and people are thinking it's because that they announced that nothing happening right now matters. They kind of said to everyone, hey, all the movies coming out for like the next year aren't going to matter in a year.
Are going to get reset.
Yeah, they're just going to get reset. So people are thinking that everything that is coming out in the next year is going to bomb because they said it no longer applies to the universe that they have planned.
Because why would you watch it?
Exactly. Why would I watch it if it's not going to matter in a year?
Honestly, that makes complete sense. I wasn't expecting it to do great either because I haven't heard great things about it.
I've heard great things about Shazam.
Haven't,
like that was one of the only good DC movies in a while.
No, I'm saying this one. I'm saying this one. Like I haven't heard great predictions about it.
I mean, from what I've heard,
like,
it was an entertaining
predictions.
movie. It wasn't like something groundbreaking and something new, but it was an entertaining family superhero movie. So,
yeah, I just haven't heard great predictions. And then adding on to the fact that even if it was good,
it doesn't matter. Would it matter? I mean, it sounds like they had planned for him to actually end up fighting Black Adam, but I feel like Dwayne Johnson kind of came in and screwed all of the plans for that up.
Dwayne Johnson, honestly, pretty cool dude, completely screwed up DC.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like I get that you think Superman's a big guy, but like Shazam is on the same level. Obviously, Superman's like, you know, we got Superman 1 million and stuff, but like Superman has gone toe-to-toe with Shazam. Like, they're fully capable of being on the same level.
No, Black Adam is literally a Shazam villain. Like, he's not a Superman villain.
But Black Adam
is
is also a Shazam villain. So you thinking someone that can go against Superman is not, like, good enough for you?
Yeah.
And it's also, like, I don't know, comic source material?
it was an interesting choice.
It's a complete L to the entire DC fan base.
The end scene for Black Adam was supposed to be the characters in their, whatever the side characters are called. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. But they were supposed to be recruiting Shazam into like I think it was the Justice Society or something like that. They were supposed to be recruiting him. And then the end scene of Shazam was supposed to have Black Adam in it. We don't know what they were supposed to be doing, but he was supposed to appear. But then Dwayne Johnson pushed for that to not happen so that he could fight Superman. And now not even that's going to happen. So like it just screwed
I've also
up.
heard rumors of him, like the whole, I think we talked about this in the DC episode, like the rumors of him lying about the statistics and stuff. It's, Dwayne Johnson just did not do well in DC at all.
No, it did not go well.
Marvel. I didn't look too much into this. Have you heard of Secret Wars or Secret Invasion? I've been heard it's been put on permanent hiatus.
What?
The Nick Fury one.
Hold up.
Yep. I don't know, but this is what I heard. It was a full article.
March 7th. How long ago was that? That was not too long ago.
2.5 weeks ago or so.
Let's see. I'll read this. You keep talking.
Okay. So that's that. Other than that, Marvel, I don't know too much about. I've heard, I thought it was funny when Quantumania came out, and then all the memes of the critics getting bashed by the audience, and audience are like protecting Ant-Man from the critics. I thought that was kind of funny, but other than that, Marvel hasn't done too much. I do think, kind of like we were talking, I think DC did kind of shoot themselves in the foot with the next few movies, because at this point, I want to see the other stuff. Like, there's so much in DC that I just don't care about until like 2025, 2026. And I have been rewatching The Arrow and Flash. Do you remember how we talked about Amanda Waller?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember anything about her?
A little bit, yeah.
Do you remember The Arrow?
Mm-hmm.
She's the one from Argus that recruited Oliver Queen in Hong Kong and stuff. That was Amanda Waller.
Interesting.
So, kind of gives you more idea of who she is.
Yeah.
For the people that do know, it's like, oh wait, that's who it is. You know, that's kind of cool. It is kind of like what I said. She's kind of like Nick Fury for the secret government task force to protect everyone. Except Argus is a little bit, I don't know, has zero heart.
Yeah.
For the sake of anyone.
Okay, so this article is pretty much saying that they want to push everything so that the last movie of the multiverse saga, aka Secret Wars, lands on the 20th anniversary of the MCU when Iron Man 1 launched, which will be in 2028 sometime, which means everything would then be also moved and kind of stretched out, put some time in between it. So it's possible it was delayed, but I'm not seeing anything about like a permanent hiatus for it.
Okay, I did just like, when I open up Chrome, I just see like some news articles that pop up, and some of them kind of catch my eye. So I did see that. So I didn't know. I didn't really look into it.
Yeah.
But that's like the only Marvel news that I've heard. Because other than that, Marvel hasn't really been.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any other random things?
Not
Gaming,
that I have.
media. No. Well, I think that covers everything.
Yeah.
Here's your... What? We obviously aren't going to do this monthly because there's not enough monthly. It's just, I feel like with CSGO and creative and the CEO stuff that has been happening, I've just wanted to mention, I feel like this was the perfect opportunity just to do, here's a general update. Because there's a lot of crap that's been going on.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big deal, but not enough for a full episode.
Yeah.
So, here's your general update. Maybe we can do this every year. But honestly, whenever there's just a crap ton going on, because I don't doubt that we're going to have another month where it's just like, here's 7... Like when GTA 6 releases, that same week we're probably going to get like Creative 3.0 or some crap. I'm saying that GTA 6 is probably going to be like another 5 years till it
probably,
releases.
Even though, you know, they announced
I saw a meme of a guy waking up from a 7-year coma, and the guy's like, GTA 6 still isn't out yet. Bruh. But like, I don't doubt with like how some stuff is. Like, I know one thing that I want to do when I get home is there's like 7 or 8 different huge anime coming out in April. So like I don't doubt another month this year that there's just a lot of information, a lot of stuff coming out. So we might do this again, but I just figured we just need to do this because there's a lot of small stuff going on in the world. However, he did give me another option for tonight's episode, which we didn't do, but I do think we should do maybe next week.
Definitely.
So next week. In 2 weeks, I have Fridays off, so we can't do live.
No, how dare you.
So, but we have another episode, so make sure you tune in next week to listen to that. But anyway, make sure you go follow us on Instagram and Twitter at NerdRant Podcast. If you're on Spotify, hit that bell. I don't know about Audible and all the other crap. If there's a bell, hit it. Do it, or else you're gonna have a spider in your bed.
Ring that notification button.
Gosh.
What?
Hit that bell and be part of the notification squad. Okay then. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out. Bye.